Damn it! Ian's not even here to remind us.
You did a good job of reminding us, though, Tom.
Look at that! Look at that!
Good
You know
for
why?
you.
You're a fucking professional, Cecil.
Yeah. Tom, Ian just sent us a message. Make sure you record.
I love Ian. Got our back.
Guys, you got to say in the chat if you can hear us both. Let us know. Hopefully you can.
Garrett, can you hear us?
Please let us know if you can hear us.
Hello, Tom from the Bahamas. Hello from the Bahamas. There's some whores in the house.
Oh, come on. There's not some whores in this house, are there?
Yep. All right. They got it.
I hear both of you. There we go.
Hey.
I'm going to put that up on the thing. I'm going to pay it. Oh, I can't show it. Can I show it? I can. There we go. Hello, everybody. So just so you know, I'm running things tonight. Ian's not here.
Well, see, so why don't I run them?
I think I'm just going to keep running them. If that's okay. Where's the whores in the house comment? Hold on. Did Ian commented. Ian, you're not supposed to be watching the show.
Ian, you're supposed to be doing other things.
Whores in the house comment. That's the one I want up there. There we go. Whores in this house. There we go. Ian doesn't suck. I'll tell you guys why later. We're going to wait until people show up, so we're not going to do it right away. We're going to wait until people are hanging out. So
get them all in here.
Get them all in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. We're a minute early because Ian's not running things, and we're better than Ian. So I'm just saying that.
Man,
I got to figure out how to do this thing. With
there we go.
Got to figure it out.
So
Tom, Cecil, and Ian are the best. I'm going to show that one. I like that too.
How do you demonstrate? How do you do that? Can I do that?
You can't do that. I can only do it because I'm running things right now. So yeah, you can tell me what to. Someone said Ian's the best.
Okay.
But if you want one, I can put it up there. Ian is the best. Yeah. Ian's a very good guy.
Eduardo,
let's see.
I tried doing the thing with the button and the clicking. I have a mouse and I was hitting some things on it and it wasn't.
How'd it work?
I double clicked it and nothing. So I right clicked and it doesn't. That opened up something I don't want. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna turn the mouse upside down again. That's how it probably should be. Someone
says he probably won another Grammy or something.
he's busy getting his writing.
Well, I will say there is a new Grammy somewhere. There is a new Grammy, but it's different. It's different. Yeah, it's a different type of Grammy. Yeah. I think I'd make a damn fine Cecilia. Thank you very much. And I am gender fluid. So. Oh, guys, we got to do a little Bannon.
Oh my God.
Got a little Bannon thing going on today. That was interesting. Tom, so did you hear about it early this morning?
Yeah. When I checked the news this morning when I woke up. First thing I do every time I wake up, I read the news. Every morning I do the same thing. Wake up, read my email, read the news, sigh, and try to go back to bed. You know, that's the same routine every day. Try to pretend it's not 2020. I'm going to read this article, Cecil. Are we getting started?
Yeah, might as well jump in there. Right? 902. All right. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's launch right in. Man, fucking Cecil in charge right now.
Someone said, have you seen Bannon recently? He looks awful. I will say, you know who he looks like to me? He looks like the old lady from Goonies to me.
He does.
Doesn't he? I'm not even kidding. Like he looks. Yeah. He looks like the old lady who's fathered a Chuck or whatever. Like that's who he looks like to me.
Steve Bannon has never looked good though. He has always looked like a fucking pestilent gargoyle of a human.
I mean, imagine it. At 20, everybody was looking at him like, that's a hard 20. They said, get him at 30. Yeah. That's a hard 30. That's a hard 40. That's a hard 50. Nobody. There's never been a moment that he's been, because I would imagine he's got one of those syndromes where you age way faster. He's probably only 15 or something, you know?
Was there a guy like that in your high school? There was a guy like that. I remember he sat next to me in my trigonometry class. And I am not kidding, Cecil. I was 16 and this dude looked 32. Like he had a receding hairline, like far receding, like
I had a guy like that too in my when I was in 8th grade, there was a guy.
This dude is sophomore year. He's buying booze, no problem. Like he's walking in,
man,
card him. Like I think that motherfucker got the fucking like the goddamn discount at Denny's at 5 o'clock. He was like, so fucking old. Everybody, he was so fucking lame. That guy got invited to everything, even though he was lame as fuck. Just because he could buy.
That's because he could bring the beer. Yeah.
Nobody liked that dude, but he was just like, yeah, fucking that dude buy for you. So
Steve Bannon looks like. You ever seen Weird Science when they turn that guy into a blob? Chet. He doesn't look exactly like the blob. He looks like he took a handful of cat hair and blew it on the blob. That's what he looks like. He doesn't look straight up like the Bob.
Honestly, you're not even wrong. Google young Steve Bannon.
All right, here we go.
First, I mean, you can't even find.
He looks like he's 50 when he's 20.
If the first picture of yours is a picture from Time, he looks like he's holding in a shit right there.
Yeah.
He looks like he just let out just the littlest like sneaker, you know?
Oh gosh.
Oh, what a
how many people has he drank the blood of to stay at this old? That's all I want to know.
Yeah,
what would he have to do if he didn't, right? That's the thing.
My other favorite thing about Googling young Steve Bannon is it literally gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 search results before he's like 70 years old. The 8th search result and every subsequent search result. He looks like absolute rotten garbage. He looks like and has every disease simultaneously.
He looks like they are rushing right now to the hospital to transplant his liver. Like that's what it looks like in every single thing you've ever seen of it.
Like he walked out of his own intervention 10 minutes ago.
He's the ugliest dude I've ever seen. Oh gosh. Well, didn't we cover him on? Remember a while back when we did the Biodome on Citation Needed?
Yeah, he was inexplicably in Biodome.
Yeah, he's just in Biodome for some reason. Yeah,
great episode.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Citation Needed, hold on a second. Let me put this in there. Like Cecil's 2 votes shirt, go to, and it tells you where to go. So I'm just saying. I got a thing. So Tom, show everybody your shirt.
All right.
Tom's got a good shirt on. I
was feeling it today. Little, no accidents. Just
go ahead. Stand back up. There you go. Stand back up. I got you full screen now.
All right. There we go.
Looking good. Does he have a lightsaber in his hand?
Does he have a lightsaber in his hand?
I'm kidding.
No. I just figure I feel like 2020 could use more Bob Ross. You know, like 2020 could use.
That's a dude.
Raw positivity.
I put that on, and I want to say maybe 15 minutes later, I'm ready to go to sleep. I can't keep that guy on. I can't watch a full episode of that show. I literally cannot watch a full episode of that show. It's impossible. And he's got Netflix on multiple different, like multiple different shit on Netflix. And I can't keep it on for more than 10 minutes.
You know, what's crazy is like, you know, the guy prolifically painted, and you can't really buy Bob Ross paintings. Like they're super hard to find. You would think like with the number of them out there, there would be some, but they're super difficult to find. I read this whole article about like why they're so difficult. They're like De Beers diamonds, you know, they're artificially kept in short supply. It's a whole fucking thing.
He's like the most wholesome guy on his show too. When you watch that show, he's so wholesome.
Yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah, somebody said all the pictures are donated to the local PBS channel offices, and then they're held as assets, and then they're sold at auctions and for charity events and that sort of thing. So Bob Ross creeps somebody out. Bob Ross can't creep you out. He's so nice.
All right, let's do that. Let's read that Bannon thing real quick, Tom, or part of it anyway.
New York Times, Steve Bannon is charged with fraud in We Build the Wall campaign. Steve K. Bannon. I love it.
Stuff right there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Go.
Was he stealing from Mexicans, Tom? Because they said they were going to make them build the wall.
Yeah, they're the ones who were going to pay for it. So
so if they,
right?
Yeah. Did he make them pay with a certified check because they're Mexican and he doesn't trust them?
They had actually Western Union the money, like.
Oh, that's amazing. Go ahead.
Steve K. Bannon, President Trump's former advisor and an architect of his 2016 general election campaign, was charged on Thursday with defrauding donors to a private fundraising effort called We Build the Wall, which was intended to bolster the president's signature initiative along the Mexican border. Mr. Bannon, working with a wounded Air Force veteran for optics and a Florida venture capitalist for money, conspired hundreds of thousands of donors by falsely promising that their money had been set aside for new sections of wall, according to a federal indictment unsealed in Manhattan. The fundraising effort collected more than $25 million. Prosecutors said Mr. Bannon used nearly $1 million of it for personal expenses. It's this next paragraph that kind of blew me away because I thought, who thinks this? Despite the populist aura he tries to project, I read that half of one sentence and I thought, who the fuck looks at Steve Bannon and is like, that's a populist if ever there was. That's a Steve Bannon's he's just like all of us. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. He's going to enjoy the high life. He was arrested at 7:15 a.m. on a $35 million, 150.
I love it. He's arrested on a yacht.
I'm just like you. I've never walked onto a $35 million yacht.
Oh, it's so good.
I can't even take pictures of a $35 million yacht. I would be arrested if I Googled $35 million yacht right now. Fucking break my door down. I'm too poor to even Google that. The yacht belonged to one of his business associates, the fugitive Chinese billionaire Zhu something or other, Wang Yui. I don't even know. So he's on a yacht belonging to another criminal. It's like a criminal yacht with what the fuck?
Was it like a criminal nesting doll? As you open up little parts of the yacht, more and more criminals are in there.
Everywhere we look, there's just more. So when they fucking busted in on him, he's just sitting on the deck drinking coffee and reading a book. And they're just like, how do you bust in on a yacht, by the way? Like, how does that work? How are you like, oh, that surprised me on my boat? Nothing surprised you on a boat. That's how boats work.
Oh, man. What the fuck, dude? And the concept here is that there was a GoFundMe. The GoFundMe was for the We Build the Wall. Just so great.
I support Trump so much that when he fails, I'll pay for it myself.
Yep.
The most effective leadership requires us to pick up the ball and run with it when you fail. What? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then one of the guys was a triple amputee for optics. Did you read that part?
Yeah, I did read triple. I like that. It's like, no, like, can you imagine the selection, the interview process?
Oh no!
Just like Liz Crokin comes in and she's got, a couple little nubbers.
Yeah, just a couple of fingers, and they're like, no, sorry, we need something bigger than that. There's no way we can. Like, you're a double amputee, but it's not a real double amputee.
Fuck out of here. Listen, bitch, we got fucking the Venus de Milo waiting in the fucking lobby if this all goes wrong. Fine.
God. It is.
We want somebody with no working parts. Just cut everything down in stem. That's what we want.
Okay, hold on a second. Someone says, are you guys using Discord when one of you speaks, one of you lowers in volume? I don't know how to fix that because Ian's not here, so I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I hear it on my end, and I'm trying not to talk when Tom talks, and I'm trying to laugh away from the microphone, so I apologize, but Ian's not here to fix it, so that's how it is, guys. Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
I was never going to solve that problem to start with, so.
It's the audio processing in the restream. All right, Ian, what the fuck do I do to stop that?
Oh, there's a checkbox. If you go to the little gear thing.
Oh, there we go.
So I'm going to uncheck mine. Oh. And Cecil went away forever. No,
Did I go away? Am I back?
For a second, you're back. I got you, buddy.
And I kind of go ahead and try to talk while I talk. Go ahead and say something. Go ahead and say something, Tom. Can you?
All right, I'm saying something.
Okay,
there
we
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh. All right. All right. I don't know.
I don't know if
Yeah.
that fixed it. We'll see.
'Cause, 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 'cause Yeah, I mean, how many more fucking people need to get arrested on Trump's campaign or associated with Trump before, like, there's just no question the man hangs out with too many criminals.
They said
everybody around you is a criminal.
They said every single person in his, what do they call it? Every single person in his inner circle, 6 people or something, have all been indicted. All 6.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, because, like, where's the list I saw earlier when I was reading this article? Here it is. With an indictment, Mr. Bannon became the 7th Trump associate to have been charged with federal crimes. The list that includes Paul Manafort, Mr. Trump's former campaign manager, Michael Flynn, the former national security advisor, and Michael Cohen, Mr. Trump's one-time lawyer and fixer. Also, like, aren't you just corrupt by nature when you have a fixer? When you have a I want a professional fixer. Cecil, can you be my fixer? Can you fix the shit that I do?
No.
Nobody wants that.
Sorry.
God, I want a fucking fixer so bad. I want to get, you know what, man? Like crazy billionaire money. I like, it's not cars and boats. And I'm just going to hire people that do my shit. And one of them's going to be Fix It. I'm just going to call them up and be like, oh, you wouldn't believe the trouble you're in. Woo! Click. You're fucked. Anyway, my fixer will deal with that. There we go.
Someone said, Tom, Ian is your fixer.
Ian's good at the tech. Ian has no game for the things I'm fucking up. Like, no game at all for the things I'm going to fuck up.
So we wanted to talk about...
Cecil would admit to the things I've done wrong and try to fix them. That's not what I want. I want somebody to deny.
All right, so we have a toast we want to do, Tom. I got to get out my Balvenie Doublewood. That's what I'm drinking, Tom. Why don't you tell the audience what you're drinking?
I have an IPA, and I can't remember which one. I got it DoorDash yesterday when I ordered dinner. So they brought me a growler or something.
You got DoorDashed? That's nice.
Yeah, they'll bring you growlers, and they'll even mix cocktails for you. So there's
got to be weird to get like a dirty martini.
It's actually pretty great. Like they'll mix a cocktail for you, and then they package it up, and then they ship. Although last time I did it, I wanted a margarita. I just had a taste for it, and I got a canned margarita, just margarita. And I'm like, that's not.
Will the DoorDash guy let you do body shots off of him?
I mean, if you tip somebody enough, they'll let you do damn near anything in this economy, Cecil. Are you kidding me?
It's very true. It's very true.
I don't even think it has all that much.
So, Tom, want to raise a glass to the newest member of the Cognitive Dissonance team. Ian is a proud father today. That's why he's not in. So we just wanted to say cheers to you, Ian. Congratulations to you and your wife for squeezing out a kid into this horrible, shitty world.
Congratulations, Ian. Although, Cecil, I have to bring something up. It's a little work related. We may want to consider Ian's fitness for decision-making ability in terms of bringing a child into the world in this 2020. I mean, maybe he should have. I'm just saying,
I don't disagree. I think that he doesn't have a lot of long-term sense if he's going to bring a kid. Although, admittedly, everything might be short-term from this point on. So who knows, right?
I'm just saying, like, on his review, that's not in the pro column, is what I'm saying. Like, decision-making, had a baby. No. That's not. It's not great. I didn't know Gary was pregnant.
Someone says kids do not recommend. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to put that. I'm going to actually highlight that. Kids do not recommend hardcore. That's been my motto the whole time. So, man.
Let's bet on fights. Yeah, Ying's kid and Eli's kid.
But I got the message today, so I guess it happened recently, either yesterday or today, and so he couldn't join us tonight to help out, and he told us why. We're like, no, that's an excused absence.
what you said. I said, get your ass back to work. It's been hours. Kid's not going anywhere. It's not going to do anything interesting anytime soon.
Someone says, can I call Ian Daddy now? We've been calling Ian Daddy for a long time. So, so Tom, let's talk a little bit about this Russiagate story.
All right.
Is everybody done talking about Bannon? Are we done with our, what is it, Schadenfreude or whatever? Just laughing at someone's misfortune enough? Are we done with that?
So the story's from The Atlantic, which means I'm not going to read all of it because we don't have, it's only an hour long.
Oh, this is a short article. It's only 5 paragraphs.
Russiagate was not a hoax. The Senate Select Committee on Intelligence confirmed what the Mueller report could not. Rereading the Mueller report more than a year after its publication is an exercise in disappointment. One gets the feeling that Robert Mueller didn't press his inquiry to its end. Instead of settling the questions that haunt the 2016 campaign, he left them dangling, publishing a stilted document riddled with insinuation and some word I don't know, lacunae? Never heard that word. He rushed his work, closing up shop before finishing his assignment. While Mueller received all the hype, the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence kept its head down. Yesterday, having avoided cable speculation almost entire, the SSCI released the fifth and final volume of a report on Russia's attempt to sway the last election in Donald Trump's favor. It finally delivered what Mueller either could not or would not: a comprehensive presentation of the evidence in the matter of collusion. The report confirms that Russiagate is no hoax. Whether or not the Trump campaign illegally coordinated with the Kremlin, Trump has no grounds for proclaiming vindication, much less that he's the victim of a witch hunt. Credit largely goes to Mark Warner, the ranking Democrat in the SSCI, who shrewdly orchestrated the proceedings. Cultivating a close relationship with the SSCI's Republican chair, Richard Burr, he worked to keep the investigation deliberately low-key. As a result, the committee on the whole miraculously avoided the politicization that tainted the broader debate over Russian interference. Each of its findings won bipartisan approval prior to publication, and instead of rushing forward, the committee left the incendiary question of collusion for last. The 1,000-page fifth volume. 1,000 pages, Cecil. Fifth volume. Doesn't definitively settle the question, in part because the SSCI was unable to procure a full record of events. The White House engaged in gamesmanship, invoking executive privilege to deny witnesses, like you do when you're innocent, and block access to a paper trail, also something you do when you are innocent.
Right.
A slew of important witnesses invoked the Fifth Amendment. Others, such as Paul Manafort, lied relentlessly to investigators. The election of 2016 is one of the most closely studied events of recent memory, yet even the best-informed students of Russian interference don't have a comprehensive understanding of it. When Mueller's prosecutors appeared in court in February 2019, they implied that the most troubling evidence they'd uncovered implicated Manafort, the Trump campaign chairman. This wasn't a surprising admission. Throughout their findings, Mueller's team referred to Manafort's Kiev-based aide-de-camp, Konstantin Kilimnik, as an active Russian agent. Manafort had clearly spoken with Clement Chmermra during the campaign and had even passed confidential campaign information to him, with the understanding that the documents would ultimately arrive in the hands of oligarchs close to the Kremlin. One of the great disappointments of the Mueller report is that it fails to provide narrative closure after building so much anticipation for the storyline. Mueller did not fully explain why Manafort's relationship with his Ukraine-based advisors so bothered his prosecutors.
You sound like when you're in the middle of the night and you hear something downstairs, you're like, that's the cat throwing up. I can hear it from here. I can hear that hollow thumping sound where you just hear that boom, 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 boom. And you're like, oh, God, the cat's backing up away from itself right now. It's trying to back away from itself. And then it finally just fucking projectile vomits all its kibble all over. Yeah, no, I've heard that sound a lot.
Oh, God, yeah. We have a cat that I swear to God doesn't ever eat without vomiting. Every single time that cat eats, you find it somewhere. I don't know how the cat's not dead. It's never consumed a single fucking piece of food without regurgitating at least 70% of it.
It doesn't sound good, Tom. It doesn't sound
like
a cat.
It does not. I don't even know which one it is because there's 3 fucking cats, so we're not even sure which one it is. Just see the fucking evidence.
Maybe they all take turns, Tom.
Fuck with me. It reports that Manafort and Klimyuk talked almost daily during the campaign. That's insane. That's fucking insane that the campaign manager every day is like, look, there's nothing wrong. I'm just always in contact with the Kremlin.
It might sound insane, but it's 100% expected, right? I mean, it's not surprising,
Yeah, the only, like, unless they're exchanging dick pics, like unless they've got like a fucking love affair going on, like there is absolutely no reason for this to be happening. They communicated through encrypted technologies set to automatically erase their correspondence. They spoke using code words and shared access to an email account. It's worth pausing on these facts. The chairman of the Trump campaign was in daily contact with a Russian agent, constantly sharing confidential information. That alone makes for one of the worst scandals in American political history. Well, you know, it might. It might, Cecil, if things mattered anymore. If anything mattered ever, that might actually be one of them.
Didn't we just talk, though, about Steve Bannon leveraging a triple amputee veteran to steal $1 million from gullible people wanting to build a wall because they're terrified of Mexicans because Steve Bannon told them they're terrifying? Didn't we just do that? I think we just did that.
A minute ago.
Yeah.
Distressingly, we just discussed that exact topic.
Yeah, I mean,
the significant revelation of the document is that Kaliningrad was likely a participant in the Kremlin scheme. I nailed that last one. To hack and leak Clinton campaign emails. Furthermore, Kaliningrad kept in close contact with the Russian oligarch Oleg Dierberger, a former client of Manafort's. The report also indicates that Dierberger was connected to
you gotta start beeping and whistling.
I can't do these. When I read the news to my wife a lot, and I'll do the exact same thing all the time. Like, that's not a place. I can't say that. So I just make a sound. It was connected to the government's hacking efforts. This fact is especially suggestive. Derpy Derp had accused Manafort of stealing money from him, and Manafort hoped to repair his relationship with the oligarch. Was Manafort passing information to him through Klimberg for the sake of currying favor with an old patron? As maddeningly elliptical as this section of the report may be, and much of it is redacted, it still makes one wonder why Mueller would cut a deal with an established provocateur like Manafort before pursuing his investigation of Klimberg to more concrete conclusions. When Manafort, with a pardon dangling in front of him, brazenly lied to prosecutors, he helped save Trump from having to confront this damning story. He wasn't the only Trump associate to obstruct justice. Man, Russiagate, why is this not a thing? Why is this buried in some fucking Atlantic article and not like the biggest story possible? Do you even English, Tom? Yeah, I English okay. I just don't Russian all that way.
Can you hear this, Tom? Can you hear this?
No.
Oh, it's not coming through?
No.
Okay. What a shame. I thought it was connected because I thought it was connected to the board, but
no,
I guess it's not. Okay. All right, forget it. I don't care that you can't hear it. Doesn't bother me.
All right.
What else we got here?
It's fucking crazy.
Tom,
yes, sir.
You know, this isn't one of those funny streams where we normally play funny shit. Although I might actually play that video of that woman again. Hold on a second.
Oh, you should do it.
Hold on. It still kind of does, but it's likely baked. I don't know what you're talking about, Ian. I don't know what you're saying. You're typing to somebody else, I think.
Ian, go be with your baby.
Yeah, Ian.
You're not working. You don't have work. If you're going to work, fucking work.
Shake your baby, Ian.
It's brand new. It's not even difficult yet.
Someone asks, any chance that we'll ever see a live stream of Vulgarity for Charity? So we those are recorded normally before we record our actual show. Hold on a second. Ian's still texting me. That was an issue 10 minutes ago, Ian says. So why are you texting me a issue 10 minutes ago?
Okay, Cecil, get in your fucking time machine and fix and what you're going to fix with your time machine is the live stream.
Ian, don't shake your baby, stir your baby. Come on. Don't be ridiculous. Okay, so what was I talking about before Ian rudely interrupted me?
We're thinking about doing the bird story.
Yeah, the bird story. We did a bird story on this week's show, and I don't know that we can play it on the show because it's because it was a video, and I'd like to show the video here, but I'm afraid I'm going to break it. So we'll try it. Maybe we'll end with it. Anyway, we're talking about Vulgarity for Charity live stream. Vulgarity for Charity live stream. We normally record those ahead of time, but I will say this. There is plans in the works right now for maybe doing something live with the puzzle guys in the future. And it might be something that everybody will be excited about, but we still have to hammer out those plans. We're having a meeting about it this week, so we'll see. Hopefully there will be a live thing happening, but it will be live in the sense of where we live now, in that you will watch it somewhere and not go somewhere. So, but we'll talk about it later this week.
I just want to point out real quick Ian's comment. It's like I try to text him discreetly, but he has to say it out loud.
Well, then it's not funny if I just try to discreet. Also, I'm doing 5 fucking things. Fuck you. How about you come back on the clock, dude, and fucking do something?
You're in or you're out, Ian. You're in or you're out.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Do you want to do this Guardian story?
Yeah. Why don't we talk a little bit? We're gonna do this last one really quickly because you wanted to talk about it. Let's talk about this Guardian story. Trump calls out New Zealand's terrible COVID surge.
Okay, sometimes you just got to hear this motherfucker's words, right? So, I just quote, the places they were using to hold up, now they're having a big surge. They were holding up names of countries, and now they're saying, whoops. Do you see what's happening in New Zealand? They beat it. They beat it. It was like front page news because they wanted to show me something. Yeah, that's the reason New Zealand did not let a fucking deadly virus rampage its way around their countryside. So they could thumb their nose at you, you stupid asshole. Like, it's not that they have a goddamn responsibility to their citizens to, I don't know, not let them die of a deadly disease. They did it so they could yeah, every other country is just like, we were going to beat the coronavirus, but we don't want to upset Donald Trump. So we'll
or the opposite. Or the opposite. They were like, you know what? We really don't give a fuck about the coronavirus or our citizens. What we really want to do is just stick it to Donald Trump.
God, what a fucking ridiculous. Then he says, big surge in New Zealand. It's terrible. We don't want that. But this is an invisible enemy that should never have been let to come to Europe and the rest of the world by China. Okay, first of all, New Zealand is not in Europe. Not by a long, long shot. Not by a super extra double plus long shot. That's not. But also, big surge is 9 cases. That was your big surge. 9 cases. We have more than 9 cases everywhere. Like, there's not a place in the United States. I was looking earlier at the case count. Cecil and I were talking before the show, and we measure our cases in numbers per 100,000, and the United States as a whole in numbers per 100,000 is more than 9 literally everywhere. I just randomly picked someplace. Perry County, Kentucky, 9.4. Perry County, Kentucky has nobody that lives there at all. Nobody.
Where is that where that MAGA hat kid comes?
What's that?
Is that where that MAGA hat kid comes from?
Probably. God, what a stupid asshole. What a completely stupid human being.
All right, Tom, I'm going to try to play this video. So I'm going to share my screen in a second, and I'm going to try to play this video, and that's how we'll end tonight. But we want to talk a little bit about what I introduced Tom to earlier, and I might actually cut it from the show, but it might also be a repeat. You might also hear it in the show, too. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out, audio version only. But we were talking on the show about a guy who punched a shark from Australia. And also, I introduced Tom to magpie swooping season.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So I guess magpies are birds that are very defensive of their nests. And so people, when they walk by these magpies, get swooped at and they get attacked by these birds. And so there's a person who painted on the back of their hat, on the back of their bicycle helmet, they painted little eyes on the back of their bicycle helmet. And I want to share the video with everybody today because they tried to test it out to see if there was some way that the magpies wouldn't attack them. And it's one of the funnier videos I've seen in a long time. So I'm going to play it for everybody. Hopefully this works. This is for science, guys. So we're going to try it out. I'm going to try to, let me call it up first. And I'll pause it. And I got to get to the right spot. It's somewhere in the middle of this. All right, I think I'm there. or about there. Okay, so we're going to get a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds of this person. But let me get I'm going to share the screen now. So here we go. We're sharing the screen.
All right.
Application window. We need to share this one. Nope, I got to share my entire screen because I got to do it with sound. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm new at this. Don't yell at me. Be nice.
Yell at him. Oh, I can see this. No.
I got to take you off. I got to take me off and you off somehow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I can do that. Oh, I can make it big. Let me make it go big.
Oh, just like that?
Oh, God, it's crazy. Oh, I got to get it off of there. All right, so here we go. All right, everybody,
I can see it.
Play this.
Behind the Merbean P10 school.
Can you hear it, Tom?
From all reports, it's not very nice. So, hopefully the irons are going to work. I do have a helmet on, so it shouldn't hurt too much. Is it gone? Is it gone? It's not gone!
I just keep going. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my
What
God.
the fuck, man? Oh, it's so good.
Is it gone? Is it gone? It's not gone. I could watch that woman getting attacked all day long. That's just amazing. It's fucking Birdemic all day. That's Birdemic live. That's what that is. Someone says, not as bad as when the magpie lands on your shoulder and pecks at you for 300 meters. I would leave immediately any place that had those fucking birds. I would leave and I would never come back. Oh. Cecil, I can't hear you at all. I lost your audio, buddy. I lost your video. I have a video, but you're frozen. I lost your audio. It says Cecil accidentally closed the window.